Good evening. Good evening. Hold on. Discombobulated tonight. Oh, holy mackerel. Kinergy, Stanley. Kinergy, Stanley. Hello, hello. Let me get the comments up on the stage. I think I got it. Hi. I was busy trying to work on this live today, and I'm still having issues with my monitor, so I'm looking back and forth. Camera's here, but my screen's over here, so I'm back to like square one after I had everything set up. Oh, and my laptop's over here, so I'm like going back and forth here, and I didn't want to waste paper by printing out what I got planned, so I got to look back and forth. So it's kind of goofy how this setup is, and I don't want to have to look down. So yeah, weird, bizarre. How is everybody today? How we doing? Oh, thank you. Thank you. It would look better if I do my hair because my profile looks like I got that high forehead going on because I got to do my hair again. I got to break out the henna. Hi, Amanda. It's good to see ya. It's good to see ya. We missed ya. How's your daughter's pregnancy going along? How was everybody's day? We had 70, almost 80. It went up to I think like 78 degrees on I think it was Friday. I think it was Friday. There was snow on the ground this morning. It's crazy. Yes, pregnant with a little boy, right? No, little girl. I remember thinking that was exciting. A little girl. Well, besides being a Monday, but yeah, snow on the ground this morning. This is some crazy spring weather. Yeah, so you're dealing with the same kind of weather. I don't think I got into the 80s at all last week, but it got really warm and then yeah, I've got a freeze warning tonight. How old was I when I became a grandma? Um I think I was 42. See, I just turned 59 and my grandbaby will be on Wednesday he turns 15. So what's 59 minus 15? 44, something like that, whatever. Yeah, my grandbaby will be 15 on Wednesday. And I called or not called, messaged um Nick today. I had to double check on his phone number. I wasn't sure um how I was going to send his gift because he had told me when he called me on my birthday, my birthday, calls me for my birthday, and naturally I got to find out what he wants for his birthday because what else are we going to talk about when he calls me for my birthday except for his birthday coming up? And he's like, well, I wouldn't mind the PlayStation card. And I was thinking, I could send it to him on his phone. And I'm like, I'm not going to send it to him on his phone after I, was double checking the phone number because he always calls from his, he privatizes his number, so I'm thinking, well, I'll double check his number just to make sure that, it didn't change since it's private when he calls. And then she told me he wants these the Invincible books. You've all excuse me, I'm talking. You've all seen the Invincible books. Hi, Betty. Glad you made it, Betty. Um, I guess it's like it's three compendiums. 3 volumes, the compendiums, and it's like 10 books in one. They're like comic books or whatever. They came out in I guess 2018, 2019, right around there. And they're each almost 1,200 pages. But she says he wants that's what he wants, and they're $50 a piece. And she says, "Can you get him one of them, and I'll get the other two?" And well, okay, I figured she was going to ask me to get two, and she'd get one, but like, okay. So I got him one of those, and then $100 PlayStation gift card. And I'm like, well, since I'm having the book sent, I'll just have the gift card sent. So she'll get them tomorrow morning, and she'll wrap them up for me. So, hi, Laura. How are you? Oh, hold on. Let me look at something real quick here. And what the hell? And of course, Rosie just now had to decide to go behind the monitor and start stepping out and trying to grab my papers. Let me look at something real quick here. Okay, down, down, down. Okay, did anybody read the description for tonight's live? The live is called "Can We Really Be Online Friends? Or Are You Just Here for the Drama and Receipts?" Oh, Amanda, how did I miss it? Tomorrow's your birthday. Happy birthday early, just in case we don't go live tomorrow. And let me pull up my calendar and put that in there tomorrow. Rosie? And Amanda, you are now in my calendar for always and forever. It'll repeat annually to let me know. Okay, let me see. 40 is a great number, Amanda. You know what? It's no different than 39. Trust me. Up here it's different, but everywhere else it's really no different. So, Rosie, get down. She listens and gets down when I tell her to. And as soon as I look away, she jumps right back up. Okay, so for tonight's live, I don't know if I saw what you just saw. I broke out my rod of Asclepius. You all know what that is? I guess I should put myself up on the screen a little better. We got out the rod of Asclepius. And if nobody is familiar with that, this is the serpent entwined rod wielded by the Greek god Asclepius. It's a deity in Greek mythology associated with healing and medicine. In modern times, it is the predominant symbol for medicine and healthcare. Although the similar caduceus, which has two snakes and a pair of wings, is sometimes misused for that purpose. So it's a medical thing. Okay, that's all we're getting for learning tonight. The education is done for the night. No, just kidding. Rosie, do you think I'm kidding about Chinese food? I'm going to take you up to the Chinese joint and give them to you. They'll prepare you up for a delicious meal. You'll be on the table. You'll be on the menu. Oh, I swear. That's right, what Stanley said. The changes don't start. I know. Poor Rosie. She's driving me nuts. She's going to end up knocking wires out behind the monitor. Rosie, go get your ball or something. Go get your ball before I beat you. Go get your balls or I'm going to beat you. Get your ball before I beat you. I'm beating her. I'm beating her with my duster. Not really. Not really. You don't need to report me. I'm not really beating her. Okay. We could chit chat for just a wee little bit more. Yeah, we could always have, yeah, well, there's always drama somewhere. We could have a little bit. Stanley, you didn't see what she was doing last night. She was misbehaving so bad. You know what kittens are like. Don't you do it. Get away from there. It's like there's like a little bell that goes off in her head. Ooh, ooh, mom's getting ready to go on live. It's time for me to be a shithead. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's a timer that goes off. As soon as you need to, not be bothered, boom, ding, 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 off it goes. Why aren't you teaching her manners? Huh? Look who I'm talking to. She jumps up here. She hasn't bothered me all day either. Come on, sit up here. You gonna sit up here? You gonna behave? Are you gonna behave? Will you give me some, grace? It, you can't win. Pets, children, they're all buttheads when you sit down to do something. Oh yeah, but ask them to pick up after themselves. Shovel the shit out of their litter box. Oh, yeah, zip, they're gone. Never fails. Never fails. So anyway, yes. So the rod of Eclipse is we got that covered. Tonight's an educational night. I saw the cutest short the other day. There was a mouse sitting on the banister with a cat, and it was a cat and mouse chase. So I clicked on it, and you immediately hear some guy telling his cat, "Get the mouse, get the mouse," and the cat is just sitting there. Oh, hold on, I got something in my eye. The cat's just sitting there like this, looking at the mouse. And then you see the guy come into the frame. You see his hand come into the frame. He's got some toilet paper tissue, a couple squares in his hand. And he tries to get the mouse. The mouse jumps away. The guy starts screaming like a PAB. And he's getting nowhere fast. And the cat's just sitting back. I mean, you can almost see the cat could, it would have had its arms crossed here, laughing hysterically while this guy's trying to get the mouse. The cat's not doing anything. The guy's trying to get the mouse. The mouse starts jumping down the stairs. The guy's screaming. The cat, the mouse, it's coming after me. Ah, it's coming after me. It's going down the steps, going down the steps, going down the steps, rounds the corner. He's chasing it into the bathroom. He sees the cat. The cat's following, watching. The cat is watching the whole time. The end of the story. The mouse wins. And I'm laughing hysterically and I'm thinking, I want that damn cat. Because when a mouse comes into my house, especially this one right here. This one, she doesn't have a whole bunch of teeth anymore, but this one, she catches the mice. She brings the mice to me, usually in the middle of the night, and she drops the mice on my chest. It's still alive. Her game plan is to see how high I can jump, how loud I can scream, and how many cuss words I can yell. I'm not yelling because I'm afraid of the mouse. I'm yelling because it startles the shit out of me every time. That's her game plan. I'd like the mouse that just, I'd like the cat that just leaves the damn mouse alone. Never fails. Yep. Oh, I saw that post just a little while ago, Amanda. Oh, look at that. We got 14 in here. So look at you. Okay. So, I don't think Terry's going to be here tonight. I think she would have been in already, but I did hear from her today. She snuggled in, enjoying. She got a new blanket, and she's all snuggled in, enjoying that. You know what it's like when you get a new blanket. You don't want to move away from it when it's all that cuddly and snuggable. So that's what she's doing. I totally respect that game. And we saw Shelly's, although I don't intend on tonight being a drama stream. And I was working on this already when I was listening to her stream, but I wasn't putting out there anywhere else what the stream was about. I didn't want anybody to think that I was, fishing for views or anything like that. God forbid, you know. But same here, Stanley. Same here. But so if Shelly pops in, she pops in. If curiosity gets the best of her. But the title could be a little misleading. Far be it from me to clickbait a title. You know, who doesn't do that once in a while? But so anyway, um, yeah, I had asked, can we really be friends online, or are we just here for drama and receipts? And I was thinking about that, because the topic of friends, it's really been buzzing lately, and some felt the need to throw out some, official dictionary definitions. I mean, uh, I heard the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and I think they mentioned the Cambridge dictionary. I was surprised the Longman and Macmillan's wasn't mentioned in all that titillating conversation. So I figured I'd start strong tonight and throw in some words for friendship, from my handy dandy online, because, we are talking about, hey, Bliss, because, since we are, oh, hey, Steph, since we are talking about online friendships, I figured I would break out my handy dandy online Scrabble dictionary. I pulled up my Scrabble board here, and I added some Scrabble words in there. So there you go. I added some Scrabble words in there for my handy dandy online Scrabble dictionary because, hey, nothing wrong with being silly. So I'll let you look at some of my Scrabble words there for a few minutes. And yes, I did put that puzzle together myself. You guys can sort the words out. Let me see. I'm reading what it says there. But so while I was thinking about all this stuff with, the online friendships and everything like that. I'm like, it could sound like it's some brand new modern phenomenon, but is it really? I don't think so. Not exactly. We've always found ways to connect with people beyond our immediate circles, for centuries. Pen pals, letters sent across countries, even relationships built through shared communications from a distance. Those have been around, like I said, for centuries. The desire to connect outside of our immediate world isn't new at all. But what has changed is the speed, the access, and the scale. We went from parchment and quill to instant messages, live chat, and platforms where you can meet someone across the world in seconds, literally. Communication used to take effort and patience. Now it's constant, immediate, and always within reach. And that shift has made connection easier, but it's also made it a lot more complicated. Oh, hi, Coco. Any thoughts so far? I have to take a break and, cock my head the other way to make sure I don't miss anything in the chat. So you got to bear with some of my stops here. Well, I could think of some people to kick off the island. Thanks for being here, Kennergy. Appreciate you as always. Okay. Now, at the same time, the environment we're connecting in has changed too. The internet creates distance and sometimes anonymity. Well, most of the time, that can lower the natural accountability people tend to have in face to face interactions. In real life, there are social cues, consequences, and a level of presence that encourages people to have a certain way. Online, those guardrails aren't always there. For some people, that freedom is a good thing. It allows them to open up, find community, and be themselves in ways that might struggle to do in person. But for others, it can lead to behavior that's less considerate, less honest, and sometimes not even close to who they really are. People can build personas, lean into exaggerated versions of themselves, or say some things they'd never say face to face, and not all of those versions are kind or genuine. But none of that means online friendships are a bad thing, not even a little. It just means you have to approach them with a little more awareness, pay attention to consistency. Notice how people treat others, not just how they treat you. Trust how interactions make you feel over time, not just in the moment. And really, when you strip it all down, that's not so different from real life. You still have to read people, you still have to set boundaries, you still have to decide who gets your time and energy. So, no, this isn't something completely new or unfamiliar territory. It's just a new version of something humans have always done, reaching out and connecting to try to find our people. Okay, I'm going to pull that down now. Any thoughts so far? Hey, Terry. Hey, Terry. I told everybody you were enjoying your new blanket, so I didn't think you were going to come up. Terry, you feel like popping up just to keep tabs on the chat? You don't have to talk or anything, but just to keep tabs on the chat so I don't miss anything. Anybody have any thoughts on what I've said so far? Or are we at the God? Is she done yet? Okay, Terry. Hey, I spent all day working on this today. So if y'all aren't into it, you got to let me know because I wrote up 3,600 words. Oh, I think we can all agree that friendship means different things to a lot of people. Oh, I got a lot more to say, Bliss. I got a lot more to say. I got some pendulum swings in here, but I'm not going for drama with this though. But there are some pendulum swings in here. Okay, I will continue on. Okay. Oh, I agree with that, Stanley. Let's see. I agree with that. Okay. I put a quick little blurb in here about 5 types of people that you'll definitely meet online. This is not a level of levels of friendship, but these are some types of people that you're going to meet online. And I'm trying to think why I added this part. I don't remember what my thought process was when I was adding this part in there. But anyway, okay. When you go online and you're shopping around, that's probably not even a good word to use, but when you go online and you're starting to meet people, you're going to meet some different types of people. You may not even be online intentionally trying to meet friends, but you're going to meet some different types. Okay. And you're going to meet the pervert right out of the gate. This one comes in hot, flirty messages, inappropriate comments, or even unsolicited pictures that cross the line into the not safe for work territory. Sometimes it starts off normal enough, but no matter the topic, the conversation somehow circles back to something sexual. You could be talking about fixing a leaky pipe, and suddenly there's a shirtless, topless, bottomless selfie like it's completely normal. Or you're chatting about something harmless like shoes. They take it somewhere that makes you pause and go, what the fuck? What makes it worse is the subtle manipulation. If you don't engage or play along, they may switch to passive aggressive behavior, trying to make you feel guilty for having boundaries. You ever get that kind? And this is not, this is, doesn't matter, male, female, doesn't matter. The scam artist. We've all run into at least one of these and probably more. There are countless variations, and they don't always show their hand right away. Some play the long game, building trust before making their move, while others are more obvious from the start. Either way, the goal is the same. And honestly, we all know the drill here. No need a deep dive unless we really want to. Oh, Amanda, you wildcat, you. Okay, then we have the hopeless romantic. This is the person who's either actively searching for a deep, intimate connection or claims they weren't looking but suddenly got struck by that thunderbolt. We have all seen The Godfather. You know the thunderbolt. Either way, things escalate fast. Before you know it, you're getting flooded with intense emotions, over the top compliments, and way too many personal details way too soon. It could feel overwhelming, uncomfortable, and honestly a little misplaced, especially if you're not on that same wavelength. Um, I guess that could be a little bit of the love bombing too. Kind of a little bit of the other side of the pendulum, but there's a little bit of the love bombing on that too. You have the anonymous, here today, gone tomorrow, and then somehow back again under a different name, and another one, and another one, and another one. Um, the details may change, but something always feels similar. The tone, the writing style, the attitude, it raises flags because there's no consistency. And without that, there's no trust. And without trust, there's really no foundation for any kind of real connection. And again, this is, you know, when you're trying to form friendships with somebody. Oh, there you go, Stanley Cup. Tell me I don't know some of my peeps around here. Wavelengths, wavelengths. Okay, then we have the greeters and the texters. This one shows up like clockwork with super friendly greetings, sometimes multiple times a day. Lots of, hey, good morning, how you doing? During the day, you might get another one, what's up? How was your lunch? But when it comes to trying to get a conversation out of them, that's where everything drops off the cliff. There's clear windows when you get to engage, and outside of that, it's radio silence. And everything, it's a surface thing. And any other type of deeper contact or conversation, it's nothing. It sounds like most of my family sometimes. So, anybody got any other types of people that or did I pretty much cover most of the people that you tend to run into? I think most people fit into one of those, or actually in most of those, most people will fit some of those categories, and sometimes they blend, they merge. Oh yeah, the attention seekers and pick-me's. How did I miss those ones? Let me write that down. I'll have to modify my and pick-me's. Modify my notes for in case I ever come back and revisit this conversation. Never know, it might happen. I think I addressed the one-sided conversation or one-sided friendships in a different section. Well, yeah, Betty, but you greet everybody, but you do more than just greet everybody. The greeter here is the type that's all they ever do. You get a greeting here and the occasional greeter there, and then that's it. So, okay. And then I jumped into the I don't know why I put this right here, but I'm jumping into staying connected if you're struggling emotionally. When you're going through a tough time, it's actually pretty normal to pull back a bit, even from the people you care about. Sometimes you're overwhelmed and it slips your mind to reach out. Sometimes it's harder. You might feel embarrassed, not like yourself, or even worried that you'll bring your mood down. And when your self-esteem takes a hit, it can convince you that people don't really want to hear from you anyway, even when that's not true. Online spaces can make that distance feel even bigger. It takes more effort to reach out when you're already drained, and without face to face connection, things can feel less personal or easier to avoid. It's also easier to misread silence and short replies and assume the worst. At the same time, others might not realize you're struggling because you can't see the usual cues they'd pick up in person. And sometimes it's those quiet, shared moments, just being around someone, that we miss the most because they don't translate the same way through a screen. So if it feels harder, that's not just you, it's the nature of it. Keeping that in mind can help you give yourself a little grace. Even if online connection isn't perfect, it's still meaningful. A message, a check in, a small moment of conversation, it all counts. You don't have to disappear just because you're not at your best. And it goes both ways. If someone you care about has gone quiet, it's worth reaching out. Sometimes people aren't pulling away, they're just having a hard time and don't know how to say it. A simple, hey, I'm thinking about you can go a long way in reminding someone they're not alone. When things get complicated in friendships, no matter where your friendships live, they take effort. And sometimes that means having uncomfortable conversations. It's easier to avoid those talks online, but avoiding them usually just lets things build up. If you've built a real relationship with someone, something mutual and genuine, and an issue comes up, it deserves a real conversation, preferably in private and with respect. Gee. Because at the end of the day, real friends don't blindside each other or create situations meant to hurt. They talk things out even when it's not easy, because a real friendship is worth it. That stung the second time just as much as it did the first time. Not all pools are meant to be dove into. Some pools are just meant for just, that quick dip. Communication is key. I agree. Hey, pretend fashionista. Now the party can really get started. Yeah, I felt talking about online friends was worthy because I just got the vibe the other day that online friends weren't worthy. That was just the well, that was bizarre.
Hello.
Hold on, everything just shut down on me. Are we back?
I'm here now.
Okay. Yeah, everything just shut down on me. My monitors just shut down on me. Give me a second to get everything back up. Great. I just love it when the monitors act up. Okay, I lost my monitor. Okay, I can't see a damn thing here.
Weird.
Okay. Oh, happy, happy, joy, joy.
Hey, pretend fashionista.
Well, hi, Terry. How are you feeling this evening?
I'm okay. How are you? Can you hear me?
I didn't hear anything you said because my monitor just went down. So,
Oh, I said I'm good. How are you?
yeah, this is starting to piss me off. Hold
Maybe
on, I got.
hop down.
No, it's not you. It's not you. It's my monitor acting up. No, it's not you. How are you going to make my monitor? How are you going to make my monitor dick out?
I don't know, but you're echoing too.
I don't know, but you're echoing too. The actual.
Hi, Laura.
Okay, am I still echoing?
No, you seem good now.
Okay. Yeah, when my monitor went down, I turned it on. I have it up on the TV screen, so I turned the volume on the TV, and then I guess the volume was still going through the monitor, but nothing was showing on the monitor, and that's when it was echoing. What the hell?
Okay.
We're gonna
Oh,
have one. We're gonna have one of these nights start up.
Hi,
I
Teresa.
know you were coming in tonight because, Coco jumped up on the chair. And the monitor's doing it again. This is starting to piss me off.
Oh, I sure did, eh? Well, I'm glad we've moved past all that stuff. Did you get it back up?
It's partially up, but I can't find my document now. I'm trying to get it. I have no idea what the hell just happened. Let me pull up my display settings and see what's going on here.
Stanley asked if the cat maybe pulled the plug.
No, she's not back there. That's the first thing I looked at. No, the monitor turned off and then it turned back on, but now it's like the settings are like wonky or something. This is annoying. Hold on. I'm going to reboot, so man the helm for me, would you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, same here. Yep, same here. I've definitely got lots to say about um, online fake friendships, but I just have to put my thoughts into writing before I can speak on it. And you know what? No new friends and no old friends now either. Uh, okay, okay, I'll get check it after this. Guys, I'm horrible with social media. It's just not something that I ever think um, to go to. So if you um, if you message me on IG, you're probably gonna have to tell me somewhere to check my IG. Usually email, I'll get it. But yeah, IG, I'm bad at keeping up with. Yeah. Yeah, exactly that, Bliss. So did Rebrand tell you about my new blanket? I'll take it, bless. Oh, good God, no, 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 no. No, it's actually a weighted blanket. So I was offline for a few days at the beginning of the month. I forget what the dates were actually, um, if you guys remember. And I was actually in the hospital. And Rebrand was the only one that knew. And it was because my iron, and I had to get a blood transfusion. And during my stay, I kept in contact with Rebrand, and yeah, she sent me a gift card, an Amazon gift card, and I needed a new weighted blanket, and it was on sale. So yeah, I got a new weighted blanket. And it's been very cozy. I'm getting there. Um, it's gonna take a bit because, like I've said, I am anemic. Um, I just didn't know that my anemia had gotten to the point where it was dangerous. Um, but they did give me a blood transfusion, um, which helps a little bit. And I've had other testing done. I don't have all the results yet. I just did a CAT scan on Monday, no, maybe Friday. And yeah, I'll wait for the results of that. I have my RN infusion scheduled for the 27th. Um, yeah, and then there's just some other things that were going on that I'm just not comfortable with sharing over the internet. But yeah, I'm getting there. Are you working now, Rebret?
For the moment, rebooting seemed to help. Hey, Teresa, I popped in just to hear you telling stories about me. Shame on you. But anyway,
Oh, you have anemia too? Yeah, mine's pretty severe. Um, I don't know. And my problem, Teresa, is that I don't absorb them. So even whenever I'm drinking them with, or taking them with, um, usually they recommend orange juice. My body just doesn't absorb them. I have a couple of vitamins that my body doesn't seem to absorb. Frosted mini wheats. Ew. Oh no,
yeah.
I don't eat frosted wheats. I don't eat any wheats. Not in cereal.
I used to love that. Too sweet now.
Yeah, it sucks, but we'll get there.
You can cook on cast iron pans, and a little bit of that iron does leach into everything you
Yeah,
cook.
I hate cast iron for one. But I do have our griddle that we cook on a lot is cast iron.
B12, that's an odd one to have trouble absorbing.
Yeah, I'm the same with B12. I have to take the shots. So now I
Huh.
have, oh, I don't think I could survive without red meat.
I go through phases where red meat tastes terrible to me, and I'm a carnivore. So when that happens, that's when I go vegan for a while. It's like my body just needs a reset,
Okay.
and and fortunately, I like vegetarian food, and I learned how to cook vegan, and I make some damn good vegan dishes. And then, like, well, let's see if I'm back to enjoying some red meat for a while. And I find that I go longer and longer eating vegan because I enjoy it. And again, I'm carnivore by nature, and I haven't switched to a vegan diet because it's no protest or anything. It's just my body has just decided that it doesn't like red meat all that often anymore. Weird,
Yeah.
and it does it with the same thing with chicken sometimes. It's just my body saying you don't like that you don't like that right now. You know, it's like what the hell. So anyway, can I get back to my spiel here?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's
Thanks.
see.
Let's.
Where was I? Okay, I was halfway through the staying connected when you're struggling emotionally. Okay, let's see. When things get complicated in friendships, no matter where your friendship, no matter where your friendships live, they take effort. And sometimes that means having uncomfortable conversations. It's easier to avoid these talks online, but avoiding them usually just lets things build up. If you've built a real friendship with someone, something mutual and genuine, and an issue comes up, it deserves a real conversation, preferably in private and with respect. Because at the end of the day, real friends don't blindside each other or create situations meant to hurt. They talk things out, even when it's not easy, because the friendship is worth it. Okay, I repeated that last bit for emphasis and because I lost my place when I rebooted. Okay. Ways to observe if a friendship is real. Um, and then I have a little blip here that says there are 6 types of people you shouldn't be friends with. I'll read that first. 1, chronic liars. They frequently deceive and manipulate, causing trust issues. 2, negative individuals. They constantly drain your energy with their pessimism. 3, self centered people. They always prioritize their own needs over yours. 4, unreliable friends. They consistently break promises and cancel plans. 5, gossips. They spread rumors and cannot keep your secrets. 6, competitive friends. They always try to one up you, creating unnecessary tension. Okay, back to the ways to observe if a friend is real. Rather than engineer a crisis, pay attention to how they handle normal life shifts. Terry, stop me if there's something in the chat that needs to be addressed. Okay,
Yeah.
1, the good news test. Share a win. Real friends celebrate with you. Fake friends might downplay it, change the subject, or seem quietly jealous. 2, the boundary test. Set a small limit. For example, I can't talk right now. A real friend respects your time, while a fake friend may get defensive or guilt trip you. The pullback test. Stop being the first to reach out for a week. If the friendship is mutual, they will eventually check in on you. If it's one sided, you'll find yourself chasing them. The vulnerability test. Share a small concern. Real friends offer support without judgment, while fake friends may use your vulnerability against you or gossip about it later. I think you guys are going to like this part. Signs of a toxic friendship. A friendship is toxic when its harmful patterns consistently outweigh its benefits, leaving you emotionally drained. One sided effort. You are always the ones making plans, initiating text, or providing emotional support while receiving nothing in return. Constant criticism. They belittle your choices, appearance, or goals, often masking it as just being honest or a joke. Inconsistent behavior, hot and cold, kind one day and distant or harsh the next. That unpredictability keeps you off balance. Walking on eggshells. You feel you must constantly filter what you say to avoid an explosive reaction or a hard left turn in the conversation. Jealousy or possessiveness. They question your interactions, get insecure about others, or try to limit who you talk to, even in subtle ways. Lack of accountability. They rarely take responsibility. It's always someone else's fault, or they flip things around so you end up apologizing. Boundary violations. They push past your no, ignore your request for space, or pressure you into things that make you uncomfortable. Betrayal of trust. They share your secrets, gossip about you behind your back, or speak disrespectfully about you to other friends of theirs and yours. Undermining your self worth. You start doubting yourself more, feeling less than, or questioning your value because of how they treat you. Gaslighting and manipulation. They make you feel like you are the problem, use guilt to control you, or deny things that actually happened. Do you feel like you have to hide parts of yourself to keep this friendship peaceful? What say you? Let's hear it.
Are you talking to me?
Talking to everybody.
Oh, you just described like everything about the group chat.
Tonight,
BDU,
tonight, tonight,
Chicago.
tonight. Oh, tonight it was not supposed to be a drama chat. We're having a serious chat here.
Oh,
It wasn't that we were not talking drama tonight.
okay. I have nothing further to say then.
So I no, I seriously meant to do a serious chat tonight. But I know exactly what you're going to say. Well, you can feel free to type it in and we'll put it up on the screen like that.
No, that's good. Yeah, same here, Teresa.
I agree, Teresa. We all have things that we keep private.
Have a good night, Betty.
Sleep well, Betty. Oh, go ahead, rub it in, pretend fashionista. Okay. Okay. Now I do believe, and please correct me if I'm wrong, but the gist of the live that made me think about this is that um, online friendships really aren't real.
I guess it depends on who they're with.
Oh, okay.
I don't know,
Yeah,
some of them like to fake it for 3 years, right?
fair enough. and again, this is not being said to create drama. I'm just, you know, my interpretation is that, you know, an online friendship has less value unless you meet somebody in real life. That was my takeaway from some of that conversation.
Right, but these people have known others that they've never met. They just so happen to meet at the end of last year, right? Prior to that, they supported them for 5 years, talked behind their back. Anyways, you get what I'm saying.
Right. Let's hold off on personal expression from recent events until the end. How about that? So that if it does get wound up, we could split it. How about that?
Oh, you're good. I'm going up
Okay.
on Bliss's panel tomorrow, so I'll get all my drama out then.
So, okay. Next thing I have is benefits of online relationships. I'm sorry, online friendships. Online friendships offer meaningful emotional support, validation, and companionship comparable to in-person friendships, particularly by providing access to niche communities, enhancing social comfort for introverts, homebound individuals, and overcoming geographical limitations. These connections allow for deeper, more vulnerable, and open conversations, improving mental health by fostering a sense of belonging and reducing isolation, often at a faster pace than offline relationships. Amen to that. Key benefits include accessibility and inclusivity. Online spaces provide a crucial lifeline for marginalized communities, including the LGBTQ plus youth, neurodivergent individuals, and for people with disabilities and chronic illness. Online spaces can be a lifeline, offering a safe space for support and shared understanding and a sense of belonging that might be missing offline. Reduced social barriers. The anonymity and reduced pressure of digital interactions can help individuals with social anxiety, allowing them to communicate more freely. The ability to control how and when one responds reduces pressure and can lead to more open and honest conversations. Shared interests and community. People connect with others worldwide who share specific niche hobbies and interests, fostering deeper connections. Convenience and flexibility. These friendships can be maintained around busy schedules and provide immediate access to support or friendship. Enhanced emotional sharing. Blah. Individuals often feel more comfortable sharing personal struggles, fears, and vulnerabilities, which can lead to deeper, more trusting bonds. Safe exploration. The digital environment allows individuals to connect at their own pace and comfort level. Connection across distance. Life changes, like moving to a new city or working remotely, can leave one physically isolated. Online friendships bridge these gaps, keeping us connected despite distance. Kind of like what I said with the enhanced emotional sharing. Some of the pitfalls include, sorry, some of the pitfalls include superficial interactions, like endless scrolling and liking can create the illusion of connection without depth, which can leave us feeling empty. Miscommunication. Without nonverbal cues, messages can be misunderstood, potentially leading to conflict or hurt feelings. Social comparison. Seeing curated snapshots of others' lives can fuel envy, inadequacy, and low self-esteem. Oh my God, I didn't get enough likes. For offline friendships, geographical barriers, moving away, changing jobs, or entering different life stages can weaken these bonds, sometimes leading to loneliness. social pressure. Navigating group dynamics, peer pressure, or unspoken expectations can cause stress and anxiety. Both types of friendships require effort, communication, and boundaries to stay healthy. Now, our new norm is supposed to be and should be blended friendships. Many people now maintain friendships that are both online and offline. You might meet someone through a hobby Discord server, then hang out at a local event, or keep in touch with college friends via group chats, even when you live far apart. This blended approach can combine the best of both worlds. Deep in trust and connection form shared offline moments, consistent low pressure communication online to keep strong bonds, a wider, more diverse social network supporting mental well being. Blended friendships highlight that the distinction between real and virtual is becoming less clear and less important. Any comments?
I don't see any right
Oh,
now.
I'm a top level friend. I'm a top shelf friend, right, Amanda? Top shelf, top shelf. We're top shelf over here. We're not grammar Nazis over here, Teresa. Most of the time. Okay. We're gonna start the wind down here. No matter how you connect, online or in person, good friendships come down to being real, showing up for each other, and giving as much as you take. Here's some of the simple ways to build friendships that actually support your mental health. Go for quality over quantity. A small circle of people who truly get you is worth way more than a long list of surface level connections. Set your boundaries. It's okay to say when you need space or downtime, online and offline. Be open. Let people see the real you, your highs, your struggles, all of it. That's where trust grows. Keep some balance. Don't let everything happen on a screen or only in person. A mix of both usually feels better. Choose good energy. Spend time with people and in spaces that lift you up, not drag you down. And here on this channel, that's always the priority. By being part of this space and joining in the chat, you're part of a group of friends. No membership card, no levels to check at the door, just people showing up for each other. This is a community that puts mental health first, where respect, support, and looking out for one another actually means something. At the end of the day, well, except for a few, at the end of the day, it's the connection that counts. It's not about where your friendships happen, it's about how they feel, where there's trust, respect, and genuine care. Those friendships can really make a difference. They help ease loneliness, offer support when you need it, and remind you that you're not doing life alone. As these things at sorry, as things keep changing, so does the way we connect. Instead of comparing online versus offline, it makes more sense to appreciate both for what they bring and build the kind of friendship that actually makes you feel good. So, how do we cope if and when those friendships fail? If you're struggling to keep up with friendships online and your first instinct is to turn on yourself, let's shut that shit down real quick. The whole wow, I must be a terrible friend narrative. It's not self awareness, that's your brain being dramatic and unhelpful at the same time. Online friendships are a skill set, not something you either magically have or don't. And like anything else, you're going to fumble when you're learning. You'll forget to reply. You'll read something and think, I'll answer later, and then later disappears into the void. You'll drop off, come back, overthink it, and maybe avoid it even longer. That's not you being a bad friend. That's you being human in a space that's literally designed to distract you every 5 seconds. So instead of spiraling, try something a little more useful. Take a real look at it. Where are you actually showing up? Where are you falling short? Be honest, but not brutal with yourself. You don't need to tear yourself down just to figure out what needs adjusting. And here's that part people don't always want to admit. You probably care just as much as you always have. That hasn't changed. That what has changed is the way connection works. The habits that made you a great in-person friend, natural check-ins, reading the room, just being present, don't translate clearly online. There's no built-in rhythm, no accidental run-ins. Everything takes intention. Online, silence doesn't always mean distance, but it feels like it does. And without those cues, it's easy to assume the worst or just drift. Not because you don't care, but because nothing is pulling you back in unless you choose it. So, yeah, you're going to have to build new habits. And no, it's not as effortless as people pretend. It means reaching out even when it feels a little awkward. It means not turning a simple, hey, how are you, into a full internal debate. It means understanding that connection online doesn't maintain itself, you maintain it. Now, let's say you've done all that. You've shown up. You've been consistent. You've crossed your T's and dotted your I's. You've made the effort, gave the energy, and you're still getting nothing back. Then maybe, just maybe, it's not you. Maybe you're pouring into people who don't have the capacity, the consistency, or the decency to meet you where you are. And that's not something you fix by trying harder. That's something you fix by choosing better. And let's go one step farther. Real friendships don't go out of their way to confuse you, to hurt you, or leave you sitting there asking what the hell just happened. They don't create chaos just so they can dodge accountability. That kind of behavior isn't depth. It isn't complexity. It's cover. It's how people hide the messy, shady things that they're doing without having to answer for them. Because effort should be met with effort, not excuses, not silence, not crumbs, and definitely not mind games dressed up as misunderstandings. And let's be very clear about something. You are not beyond repair because a friendship failed. This isn't some fragile system that shatters the second you miss a message, a DM, or a chat. Real friendships don't work that way. You can come back, you can check in, you could pick up a conversation that's been sitting there longer than you'd like to admit it. And yeah, maybe it feels a little uncomfortable for about 5 seconds, but that's it. Real friends accept you for you, who you are, the flaws and imperfections because they are what makes you you. The only way it actually dies is if you decide it's already dead and never try again. Another example of a failed friendship from a toxic perspective. Now let's talk about that situation where friendships don't just struggle. They get run straight into the ground by one person, the user and abuser. This is the one who doesn't build friendships, they consume them. Everything is about what they can give. Everything is about what you can give, what you can tolerate, how much you'll overlook, and how long you'll stay useful. They don't show up to connect, they show up to take time, energy, attention, loyalty, and then they act like it was owed to them in the first place. And here's the pattern, because there's always a pattern. At first, it feels normal, maybe even good. They pull you in, make you feel included, sometimes even valued. But over time, the balance disappears. You're giving more, excusing more, carrying more, while they give less, respect less, and expect more. And if you start to notice, if you question it, if you dare pull back, that's when it flips. Now you're the problem. Now you're difficult. Now suddenly there's tension, confusion, and just enough chaos to keep you off balance and second guessing yourself. Not because you did anything wrong, but because control is slipping and they don't like it. Here's where it gets even uglier. Friendships around this kind of person don't just fail, they rot slowly because people either get used up and leave or they stay and adapt just enough to survive the dynamic. And the ones who try to stay loyal to you, the ones who see it and don't play along, they end up catching fallout just for standing next to you. That's how this kind of person operates. They don't just damage relationships, they create an environment where healthy ones can't survive. They don't just burn the bridges around them, they blow them up around them and everyone. Nobody can be happy. And let's be very clear about this. Real friendships do not require you to shrink, suffer, or sacrifice your peace just to keep them intact. They don't leave you drained, confused, or constantly trying to figure out what went wrong this time. If being someone's friend feels like a full-time job with no payoff and constant penalties, then you're not in a friendship. You're in a system designed to benefit them at your expense. And no matter how much effort you put in, that was never something you were going to fix. The end. Anybody awake?
Yeah.
That's it. I'm done. I promise. I've said what I'm going to
Mm.
say. I spent all afternoon writing that up and then proofing it. That was, I think, 3,600 words. And I only know, I didn't count them. Excel counted them, or Word, Microsoft Word counted them for me. It's at the bottom of the page, automatic. Thank you.
I'll be back.
Wow. The silence is stunning. Okay, Terry. I'm gonna put my because I'm looking sideways at the camera and I don't like having to do that. I'm gonna go to my avatar. And the more, oh, thank you. And the more I was thinking about that stream, and it was being mentioned, and then I saw what tomorrow's stream was about. I'm like, I'm gonna do something that's kind of like a preamble to what tomorrow's gonna be. So that's what I came up with. So let me go back and see what was being said here. Oh, that's right. Today is 420. Should I start smoking weed since it's 420? I ask that every 420. So everybody here is going to be running tomorrow, or it's going to be going up on panel tomorrow. Is that the plan? Thank you, Stanley. Hey, Potty Mouth. Haven't seen you in quite a while either. See, I go away for a week because I was, y'all. I told y'all what I was doing, but and I missed you guys. But you know what? I talked with everybody about you. I was telling everybody what I do over here. Didn't tell my channel because got to keep things separate. Wow. And tomorrow's supposed to be about friends being tossed in the shit can and friends. If I read that correctly, right? Oh, thank you, Potty Mouth. So tomorrow's gonna be about friends getting shit canned for no reason at all, right? Yeah, Terry said she was going up, and Pretend Fashionista said she was going up. But somehow I got the feeling there was going to be quite a few others going up. I did get a email confirmation today. We are having a guest on Saturday, so bearing any type of glitch in the matrix, we do have another guest on. We do have a guest scheduled for Saturday, and she is someone else well known in the Gypsy verse. She hasn't been here before, so that would be new. This is somebody that you haven't met or seen on my channel before. Yeah, Bliss. I want to grow. I want to be just like Bliss when I grow up on my channel. I'm writing down names and taking notes on how to do better planned lives, because we won't be drama here forever. But I am looking forward to Saturday, and I think you're gonna enjoy. Oh, thank you, Stanley. I am trying. Yeah, as soon as some of my other things settle down that I've got going on around here, I'll be able to get some back up on my the daytime schedule with some shorts during the day, with the crocheting and the domestic type stuff. It's just been a little bit hectic. Thank you for 10 Fashionista. Just you add any hitches in my normal stuff, like everything going on with the dental stuff. That's still going on, but the worst of it's out of the way. And then, my volunteer stuff. I got my gardening stuff kicking in now. But all those little hitches in my giddy up. Thank you for 10 Fashionista. Well, I'm not worried about the money aspect. That's not what I'm here for. I'm not on YouTube for that. But this is like therapy for me. But let's see what else. Oh, what else was I going to tell you guys? Man, oh man. I know I wanted to tell you something. Oh, okay. I get you. I got you. Y'all have seen Stacy pop in here. She plays games over on her channel. I got to find out where she gets some of those games. They're cute. They're corny, but they're cute. But find out where she gets them. Maybe put a few of those up here to do it. Just because they'd be cute and corny. And nothing wrong with that. So, oh, let's see. Today's Monday. I don't think I have anything planned for tomorrow. Oh, Gobbledygook Goblin. She's supposed to be doing that live on Gypsy Rose tomorrow. Yeah, they are supposed to be about creating communities. Well, They do, as long as they're making their money, you know. But yeah, she's Tara's supposed to be doing that live tomorrow. I guess Mandy's coming over to complete the rest of the goblin humiliation because she doesn't know anything. But maybe we'll be shocked and Tara actually put a little bit of work into it and learned a little bit more information. But somehow I'm doubtful. But let me talk with uh, Terry on email and see if she wants to do a live tomorrow night. I just realized I'm on the wrong side of the screen here. Huh. But yeah, see if Terry wants to do a stream tomorrow night if it doesn't get rescheduled again. Or just
On
outright
my
canceled.
on my channel or yours?
Wherever.
Oh,
We certainly don't have any issue doing it on yours if you want.
yeah, I'm good.
But or you can even host it over here if you want.
No, you can cover that.
Gee, thanks.
Huh.
So it's hard to tell if she'll actually go Skippy.
Funny. She's over there. She has a post over there making fun of Shelly again.
Yeah, I saw that.
I said it. I posted a picture of a mirror. Told her to look in one.
Yeah, that's the big question. Will she actually put her face on screen or will she just sit behind an avatar the whole time if she goes live?
Yeah, that's pretty much all I do is I like to read community pages and sometimes I respond from them, sometimes not. I usually go by whatever pops up on my screen.
Well, let me go see what you put over there.
Oh, I put it on my.
I didn't know you were going to be on tonight, so I didn't see if you put. Oh, I see that you put a mirror up. Why didn't you put a goblin in the mirror?
I, I don't know how to do that kind of stuff. I googled mirror and cropped it. Oh, thanks, Teresa.
Yeah. Oh, I love that comment Bliss put up about you know, she was uh ragging and puts the hashtag up embarrassing and
Yeah,
typoed it. I saw that and I was like, oh fuck. And then before I could even say anything, you know, yep, Bliss got it. That was too good.
thanks, PF. Oh yeah, you were talking about games. I actually do have the Would You Rather game. I have one of the versions, and it's not a Kenergy version. So that's another game that I found a lot of people like to play.
Sounds like a perfect game for your channel.
Why is your avatar frozen?
My avatar's frozen?
Yeah, weird.
Okay. I don't know why I did that. I thought I switched it to the camera. I guess I didn't. But I did something to freeze it. Okay. Okay,
Oh,
that was weird. Okay, thanks for letting me know. I do want to do some more reading on JLR Investigates. I think I mentioned that yesterday. There's been a lot more that's come out about some of his proclivities, and anybody with a channel his size and the shit that he's doing, more people need to know about it.
yeah, you were supposed to look into that further.
Yeah. Well, I was kind of busy
Yeah.
working on tonight's live. I didn't get anything else done today because I was working on that.
But yeah, that one was pretty interesting too.
What, today's live?
No, whenever you did the readings and stuff on him, because a lot of
Cool.
us had never heard.
Okay. I didn't get a tremendous amount of feedback on that, so I didn't like rush to do any more right away. I wanted to and I intended to, but I wasn't rushing on it because of the limited feedback. But I have reached out to another creator that is, that has been putting out more information on him to see if I can get her to come over here. And I haven't heard back yet.
Okay.
Oh, good, good.
Yes, and I think we had a few people in here when you were doing it. I
Yeah,
don't think
there was only a couple here. I think there was only like 3 or 4 people in here that night.
that we're actively talking. I think a lot of
Yeah.
us were, but a lot of us were just listening and taking it in because we didn't know anything about the guy, right?
Um there was even bushwatchers, there was still only a couple people here.
Oh,
I mean
okay.
it was really and I forget what night it was. It was a a quieter night, in general, but I mean it was a really quiet and low interest night compared to, you know, well, it wasn't a drama night, so that's par for the course. But
Yeah.
you know, yeah, it just didn't give the vibes like there was, you know, more. It just didn't give the vibes like it would be that much of an interest. Hey,
Hi,
Nina.
Nina. Good to see you. Well, I mean, all you have, I mean, just keep trying, you know, different things.
Yeah,
I know, well, Skippy said they're interested. I know there was me and Betty that was interested. There was someone else in here listening that night. I'd have to go back and check who it was.
Karaji was here.
Yep.
Yeah, because I remember him saying he started laughing because and he's the one who said that I got broke when I was reading the one section about the lawsuit against Michael Jackson.
Oh,
Y'all remember that one, don't you?
No.
Christ, I gotta pull that one up. Let's see.
Yeah, and Teresa was here, she said.
Siri, open the Libby app. Oh, no, never mind. Siri, open Kindle.
Stanley, we were talking about when rebranded the readings on JLR.
Siri, open the Kindle app.
I can't find any TVs to open apps nearby.
I wasn't talking to you.
Something went wrong. Please try again.
Now you're in here. Siri, open the Kindle app. Yeah,
Nina was here that night too.
Okay.
Night, PF. Sleep well.
Good night, Pretend Passionista. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you.
What are you trying to look up?
I am looking up the okay. I'm looking up the lawsuit where he's suing Michael Jackson. I'm going to read it tonight. Again, it's only a couple. It's short.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Okay. This is Jonathan Lee Riches, August 31st, 2007, United District Court, District of Delaware. Jonathan Lee Riches, plaintiff. Oh, and he copyrights his name. Versus Senator Larry Craig of Idaho, Representative Mark Foley of Florida, Senator David Vitter, Louisiana, Representative Barney Frank, Massachusetts. I'm going to put my camera on this because you'll appreciate my face, I think. Am I looking at my camera? What the hell? Hold on a second here. How bizarre is that? When everything blipped out, my camera switched too. No wonder everything was weird. Okay.
Thought so.
Yeah. Roman Catholic priests, Kobe Bryant, R. Kelly, Warren Jeffs, Duke lacrosse players, Michael Jackson, James McGreevey, the former New Jersey governor, William Jefferson Clinton, defendants, civil complaint for perverting America, temporary restraining order, preliminary injunction. Comes now the plaintiff, Jonathan Lee Riches, in pro se, moves this honorable court to issue an order for defendants named in this suit to respond. The suit is civil rights and liberties that defendants committed against me. Also, crimes of sexual harassment, sodomy of my mind, mental torture, mistrust, breaking my heart, embarrassment, deceit, and fraud. Plaintiff also moves this honorable court to issue a temporary restraining order against defendants. Plaintiff seeks $99 billion, a public warning system if defendants are seen on television, and for defendant to register as sexual defendants. Plaintiff prays for relief. 1. I've suffered everlasting scarring watching defendants on TV of each defendant's acts over the years. It's ingrained in my mind. Defendants must be held accountable for their actions. Think about it. When someone says the name Michael Jackson, music is not the only thing in my head. I also think child molester. This is defendant Jackson's fault for doing irreversible damage to my mind. 2. The defendants collectively injured me through television viewing. When watching and seeing their sexual acts towards minors, women, and themselves, it made me very sick. All these defendants represent our life, i.e., public service, entertainments, religion, public servants, entertainers, religion, athletes, music, history, our neighbors. My mind is trashed forever. 3. I can't watch the news, airwaves, newspaper, magazines. I'm disappointed in my leaders. I have no one to look up to. 4. Plaintiff is afraid to vote because plaintiff's vote may contribute to putting a sexual predator into office and making plaintiff feel responsible for contributing to the perversion of America. 5. Plaintiff is now afraid to use airport restrooms because Senator Craig may be lurking in the stalls soliciting sex by attempting to play footsie with unknown male patrons who are relieving themselves. 6. Plaintiff is now horrified of going to a Catholic church because the priests are out of control. Even last night, I had a nightmare that I was forced to sleep with the Pope in a bulletproof glass bedroom. I can't go to confession anymore. I don't know who I'm confessing to. 7. Plaintiff is scared to go to concerts because artists like R. Kelly might begin urinating into the crowd while performing I Believe I Can Fly. Plaintiff is also terrified of going to Neverland Ranch to spend the night because Michael Jackson might remember the time when he was a smooth criminal giving little boys and girls thrillers of their lives while forcing them to look at the man in the mirror while he beats it when I say I want to rock with you all night. Oh my God, that killed me. 8. Plaintiff is afraid to attend college or pro basketball or lacrosse games because players like Kobe Bryant and the Duke lacrosse guys might lure me to their hotels to pass me around for an assist by other players in an attempt to get their balls in the hole. 9. Plaintiff knows this is a new world order. Defendants perverting my skull. I'm afraid to have kids. Who is going to protect them in school, church, Sam Goody, or visiting the White House? I can't even appeal to the Supreme Court because of what Clarence Thomas did to Anita Hill. I expect to be murdered like Rasputin. Larry Craig was Mitt Romney's top supporter. Romney is a Mormon. Warren Jeffs is a Mormon. This is a conspiracy. Preliminary injunction, temporary restraining order. Plaintiff moves to compel this court to order defendants to report to their nearest law enforcement office, branded and labeled, GPS tracked, camera installed on them, and monitor their movements 24 hours a day. Also forbid defendants to appear on TV. Plaintiff prays for relief, respectfully submitted to Jonathan Lee Riches, Northern District of Iowa. Come on. Yeah, White Boy Lockdown. He got another YouTuber's channel taken down. He is anybody that plays any of his content, he's copyright striking. He's yeah, he's doing some foul shit. And all of this has come to light. You know, he's been a criminal since he turned 18, you know, with fraud. I mean, this man stole the identity of oh crap, whose identity did he steal? Yeah, Janet Reno. He stole the identity of Janet Reno. Massive credit card fraud, retail theft. Yeah, it was massive. And this woman now, Magnolia, this is not the first woman. This is what's coming out now. This is not the first woman that he's been involved with domestic violence. And yeah, he's apparently he has a fascination with mass murderers. When we had that mass shooting up in Connecticut, the school shooting, he went up from Lanza. He went up there and pretended to be Lanza's uncle or something. And when he did that, he was on probation. You know, he'd recently got out of jail and was on probation and violated probation to go up there and pull some of his bullshit. You know, and then when he had to go to court for the probation violation, you know, he does the, I have mental health issues, I just need help. You know, he knows how to work the system. What's his name? The Colorado shooter that shot up the movie theater. I'm blanking on his name right now. He put in a change of address. He put in a change of address for the Colorado movie theater shooter, so he can get the guy's mail. And drove around that town with a cutout of the guy. I saw a video yesterday of him driving through this guy's driving through the McDonald's, trying to order guns. I think mustard gas, and then a beer at the McDonald's. Just totally bizarre stuff. It's a bit terrifying with the obsession he has with mass murderers, you know, that use the pew-pews. It's just really bizarre. What else? And I didn't expect to be talking about this, so I'm blanking on names. What was the name of the young woman that was beaten to death by her boyfriend? That had that big you know, the big search, and then they found her. He drove home to his home in Florida and then killed himself. Everybody knows. I'm just blanking on the name right now. Yeah, Stanley. He even sued himself. Yeah, when he was in the when he did that 10-year stint in prison, they kept him in the psychiatric hospital. He's an absolute nut job. He went on a hunger strike while he was in prison. protesting his treatment there because I think they did it because they weren't allowing him to do something that he wanted to do. Gabby Petito, thank you. Forgive me, Gabby. He was out there doing his boots on the ground reporting for Gabby. And I think he is actually the one who found her water bottle. Don't quote me on that, but he found it, and instead of calling the police when he finds it, he picks it up and is showing it up on YouTube that he found it. You know, picking up evidence, putting his grubby fingerprints all over it, no gloves or anything, just picking it up. Skippy, it all came out because back in December on Christmas Eve, he beat the shit out of his girlfriend. And now there's restraining orders in place. Why do you think that, Nina? I haven't seen anything to make me think the remains they found, the bones and everything that they found were not his. Other than I do think it's really odd and peculiar that his parents got there and were able to find him within, minutes. I do think that's peculiar, but I'm not sure why the feds would have covered that up. And even though I'm retired Fed, I'm not very trusting of them, but I'm not sure why they would have covered that up. And the family seemed willing to accept that. I haven't heard anything of the family being conspiracy theorists of it. Teresa, I saw the video yesterday of Brian with a water bottle, so perhaps the video I saw was him mocking, which wouldn't surprise me because there is talk about him having, placed evidence and stuff, and he does shit for views. So there is that possibility too. Nina, I don't recall hearing discrepancies in the dental work. Huh. Are there any other I must have bit my tongue or something, like on the side and on the front here. Hmm. Are there any other cases going on that you'd be interested in? Sounds like most of Suitcase Sarah is finally coming to an end for the most part. Her child support and custody is yes, Terry's here. Terry's here. See, she's right there. She's right there. Yes, look at her. Look at the blue light. That's Terry. She's right there. Can you say hello? Can you say hello? That big smile. He just gave you a big smile, Terry.
Yeah. My friend keeps sending me Boston Terrier pics. So then I get on a scroll on Facebook or wherever of looking for puppies.
Oh no, not a puppy.
I love puppies.
Everybody loves puppies, but then they turn into big dogs that take more work.
Not a Boston.
You know. I was always a dog person, a big dog person. You know, I'm into Rotties. That's my dog. But
Yeah, my husband.
I I can't physically walk a big dog anymore. It would take too much out of me. You know, one tug on the leash and it wipe me out. It between my back and my neck.
Right.
You know that's why I won't even get a service dog.
My
You know,
husband's
even
owned 2 Rottweilers
I've had a couple of
previously.
my days.
Stanley, my mom has a Yorkie and she has nothing but problems with it. She was taking it to the vet today because it hadn't eaten since Thursday and it hadn't been able to drink the last 2 days. So she thinks something might be stuck, but it's constantly at the vet and it's all she feeds it is the vet stuff like the gastro special diet. But they're so small, eh? Like I don't even know if it weighs 4 pounds. Yeah.
I like the look of Yorkies, and I like the look of a well-groomed mini Schnauzer.
Yeah.
But there's a couple other small dogs that I like the look of them, but I'm just not a small dog person. I like my big dogs. I mean, if the bark of the dog is not going to make somebody shit their pants if they're on the wrong side of the door, it's not a dog for me.
So
That's just me.
our Bostons are considered mid-sized dogs. And um our boxer, I believe they're considered a mid-sized dog too. I mean, she's gonna be 5 and she's 70 pounds.
Hmm. My last two big dogs was a Rottweiler, and when my son moved out, he left the golden retriever here that he had bought her as a gift for his girlfriend. That his girlfriend said, "Yeah, my mom said I could have her." That was a lie.
Oh.
And once he realized that that was a lie, guess who ended up having the dog?
Mm.
So Daisy ended up with me, and then they aged out.
Stanley, I'm not sure if it's a teacup. Let's see if I can try and find a picture of it.
I'm so sorry, Nina. We'll have to limit it to talking happy true crime around here then. Going back to my avatar. So anybody see anything good going on around here on these streets this past week that I missed? I don't mean just in our community. I mean outside of our community. I think I've gotten mostly caught up within the community here. I can only imagine, Nina. Nope, we're here. We're here for support, all kinds. And just telling us that you've been through something, that's not trauma dumping. So hey, Terry, did you place that order?
No.
You didn't go look for a coupon and place that order yet, huh?
Are you talking about the one I was talking about last night?
Yeah.
No. Where do you get a
Waha! Whoosh,
coupon?
whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. That was supposed to be ninja noises. Oh, wait a minute. Ninjas move in silence. Never mind. That was not ninja noises.
This is Miss Luna.
Aw, adorable.
She's very cute. Her eyes are adorable.
That looks more like a silky.
No, it's a purebred Yorkie.
She's adorable though.
Yeah. Her name is Luna. but I call her Lulu. My mom gets mad at me.
Yeah, they tend to have a lot of glucose issues. Hey Dawn, how are you? Oh, you know what? I'm glad you stopped in here. Um, would you mind if I did a reading from your book one of these nights on my channel here? A chapter or two, maybe? Oh, um, let me see if I have your link here in my notes. No, I don't. Let me go and grab your link real quick. I haven't seen you go live in forever, Dawn. Oh, damn, you're quick, Terry. That's why you
Yes.
get paid the big bucks around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's why I haven't seen you go live in so long. Okay, thanks. Yes, Dawn was so kind to send me her memoir. Memoir, right? And I haven't started reading it yet because I as soon as I got the chance, I wanted to ask if I could read some of it here on the channel one evening. And now I've read it, or now I didn't read it. Now I've asked, so that's something else that we could do a reading on. In fact, you know what? I'll ask Alora if she would like to do that with me. Oh, congratulations! Congratulations! How exciting! Hey, what are your thoughts on Gypsy losing her TikTok channel? How exciting is that? I think I saw you did a live one. I think I saw. No, actually, I think I watched it. I can't remember. I was so busy last week.
I'm gonna hop down. I'll be in the chat.
Thank you, Terry. Oh, isn't that the truth? Not this past Saturday, the Saturday before, Alora was here. I did an interview here with Alora, and this Saturday coming up, I'm having another interview. I haven't mentioned who yet here on this channel, but doing another prominent person from the community on this channel, another interview, and then shortly thereafter, someone else. And you, in both these upcomers, you know them. And I'll email you and let you know. I'm keeping the ladies in the chat. I'm keeping them in suspense. Yeah, trying to get some other things on here besides just straight drama. Do some other fun stuff around here. So, Dawn, do you know who JLR Investigates is? Ugh. Yeah. Just a little while ago, I read one of his lawsuits, one that cracks me up. It damn near broke me the first time I read it. It wasn't as bad. Excuse me. It wasn't as difficult to read the second time through. But I do want to do a little bit more uh, awareness on him. I think there needs to be some more awareness on him with a platform that size. And the following he has, there needs to be more awareness out there. My opinion. What's he gonna do? Sue me? Oops. Whoopsie. How's all those kitty cats of yours? This is Brule. Yes, ma'am. He is. Oh, I think opinions could be pluralized when it comes to JLR Nina. What is that? I just felt something there. Scratch yourself. And of course, can't feel it now. What the heck? Well, that's gone. Hmm. Well, ladies, I think I'm going to call it. Oh, it just in what timing? It just hit midnight, literally. I'm going to call it. Uh, I got a couple things to do before I crash for the night. And then I guess I'll be seeing most of you in Bliss's Live tomorrow. Sounds like it's going to be a banger. I know, Stanley, it's midnight. It's midnight. East Coast time, it is midnight. And we all got to be bright eyed and bushy tailed for Bliss. So, yes. And Terry's going to be going up on panel tomorrow. And I believe Pretend Fashionista is going up on panel. That's at least two that'll be up there. And Oh, thank you, Stanley. And I'll definitely be there in the chat. So, and you know, her chats are always hopping. So we will I'll see you again. We'll all meet up again tomorrow. So everybody, thank you all so much for being there. Oh, she is going to be spicy. I definitely got that spicy vibe. I got that spicy vibe. So I will see you all tomorrow. So have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Much appreciated. Say good night. Hey, say good night. Say night night. Good night.